The inside of the cave connects to a fissure on the coastline. It seems large enough to contain another ocean. Sailors dread passing through this area. There are myriad tales of ships disappearing here. A beautiful voice in the sea calls out to you. You'd heard of the mermaid's legendary curiosity. She asks you many questions. She wandered into these shallow waters after being chased by a kraken. She says the kraken should still be nearby. Which path will you take? According to the mermaid, the pirates scattered throughout the islands use this area as a hub for trade amongst themselves. Rumors claim that among their treasures is a magic lamp that can call forth a genie. You've waltzed right into the pirates' den. They're coming to attack you. The pirates have the magic lamp. Your situation will turn quite dire if you don't take it from them. You have summoned forth a genie. Don't let them take the lamp. The pirate has called the genie out. Quick, get the lamp out of the pirate's hands. The pirate has called the genie out. Quick, get the lamp out of the pirate's hands. The pirate has called the genie out. Quick, get the lamp out of the pirate's hands. The pirate has called the genie out. Quick, get the lamp out of the pirate's hands. The magic lamp granted a wish and flew off. The rest of the pirates flee in panic, leaving mounds of treasure behind. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて、まだおかわりある？まだまだ。どうしてこんなに美味しいの？おかわり。さあ、どんどん作って。次はどれにしようかしら。
After your meal, you lay down to rest. Another dangerous mission awaits you tomorrow. The Orc army presently controls Bilberon, the underground fortress built into the canyon. The king's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim the fortress.
can do that. I got it. Oh, yeah.
You step into the enemy kitchen. A fat cook angrily barks at you, yelling that the food isn't ready yet. She seems to be mistaking you for a hungry recruit. You can play along to glean information or leave quietly. Which path will you take? The king before the previous king ordered the construction of a large fortress as preparation for an orc invasion. Many dwarves lent their skill to construct this sturdy underground fortress, ensconced in the canyon water.
Done. Yes.
A particular bouquet stands out amongst the aromas of the sewers. It is the unmistakable odor of a large beast. After defeating the Minotaur, you move through the sewer's filth. You don't feel well, but you are able to exit the fortress while circumventing the fierce battle. In the catacombs, stark white bones are strewn about the ground as far as the eye can see. The sheer number of the deceased is the only indication left of this area's former prosperity.
Yes. Voila!
A strange knight stumbles out of the darkness. He pays you no heed and walks right past you. The knight is muttering to himself. You strain your ears, but all you can make out is the death god is coming. Which path will you take? The path ahead of you is connected to the ruins of the castle colloquially called the Castle of the Dead. In olden times, whenever a girl disappeared, the locals would say she'd been called to the Castle of the Dead.
Let's see. Done. Outstanding. Let's see. Simple. Oh, I can do that.
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now.
Let's see. Simple.
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now. vampire smirks and flies away.
Thank
You saved a village girl. You must protect her now. Protect the village girl. If she's bitten by the others, she will become a vampire as well. The kidnapped girls had been turned. They are now vampires, attacking other people. You utter a silent prayer, hoping that you have slain the last vampire, and leave the ruins. Many things lie within the ruins of the old Elysian temple, some quiescent, some far less so. An ancient dragon, spoken of in myths, is said to have destroyed the Elysian civilization in one night.
I got it.
By the time you arrive at the battle, Roland has already vanquished the last of the foes. He lives up to his legend. Roland works through this region alone, never teaming up. You have gained insight into the ruins by talking to him. Which path will you take? Despite their gentle appearances, harpies are fierce creatures that commonly prey upon villagers and adventurers. Taking pains to avoid them would be a prudent course of action.
It's my turn. Oh, yeah. As you investigate the wall painting,
You detect that the area behind the wall has been hollowed out.
Yes. Voila!
There seem to be more nests similar to this one spread throughout the area. You exit the area, taking care to avoid drawing the attention of any other harpies. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて、いける。まだまだ。さあ、どんどん作って。まだおかわりある？
After your meal, you lay down to rest. This underground labyrinth was created by the magician Wallace in a single night. It is said that fearsome monsters are held captive in the depths of this hazardous, trap-filled maze. Suddenly, a rodent darts out and begins talking. Ricky, the magician's apprentice, needs your help once again. He says that wayward wizards have waylaid the labyrinth again. There must be a reason mages keep attacking. Which path will you take? The door to the laboratory is through this hall.
It's my turn.
Because the laboratory was being misused, some of the experiments housed within have now run amok. Destroy the fungi and other twisted creatures here in order to prevent the fungus forest from spreading further.
It's my turn.
Grubs are turning into cocoons. You must destroy the cocoons before they hatch into beetles. You exterminated the aberrant doom beetle colony. The mutant fungi spores were being spread by the doom beetles. Now the spores will be contained. In the Age of the Gods, mankind built a giant tower in a sacred place in an attempt to reach the world of the gods. That arrogance angered the gods, and it is said that the entire city was leveled.
it. Simple. Oh, I can do that.
You meet a female warrior monk who was injured in the battle against the demons. She was sent to purify this sanctuary. A ritual to summon the demon king is underway. She must place the holy seal in the temple to seal the demon king again. Which path will you take? Before the demon king is resurrected, you must place the holy seal on the temple altar. With the holy power to repel demons, you must stop the evil resurrection ritual.
I got it. It's my turn. Simple. Filthy Lucan.
Do you still remember Lucane's lecture on rune activation? In order to defeat the golem blocking your path, you need to have a golem of your own. The demons notice the statue coming to life and have come to disrupt your work. Protect your golem so that it does not get destroyed before it reaches the temple. column has been destroyed. The fate of the battle rests upon the shoulders of you and your party. When you raise up the holy seal to the temple altar, myriad pillars of light shine down from the heavens. Thanks to your efforts, the Demon King's resurrection will not come to pass this day. These are the ruins of the ancient capital city. It was destroyed following an invasion from the Northern Empire. Now it is a dangerous place, full of dragons and wyverns. Tomet is surprised by the sudden nature of your visit, but relaxes. He demands coin in exchange for his help. The red dragons nest in the ruins, sleeping amongst mountains of treasure. You ask the thief for more details. Which path will you take? It is rumored that many treasures rest undisturbed, deep underground. Believing Tomet's information, you make your way towards the treasure.
Yeah!
is almost as if this region has regressed to primeval times, an era when reptiles ruled the world. After defeating the wyvern, you quickly leave the territory. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて 美味しくてたまらないわ。どうしてこんなに美味しいの？さあ、どんどん作って。
After your meal, you lay down to rest. The Mage's Tower, once greatly admired by magicians as a bastion of wisdom. It now embodies all the fears Highland has of being conquered by the rebel forces which conspire against it.
Oh my. Let's see. Done. Filthy Lucas.
かかってきなさい。
Yes. Oh, yeah.
The followers of Mornion seem to be capturing as many spirits and fairies as they can find to power their rune magic. The spirit tells you about the terrible experiments going on in this tower. It seems that they're fusing monsters together. Which path will you take? The leaders had already concealed themselves, sensing your presence in the town.
Oh, I can do that.
The road ends here. Molten rock bars any further progress forward. The molten lava attacks you as if it is alive. Steer the magic carpet and keep it from burning.
It's my turn. Come on up.
That the magicians use has a special characteristic. Look at the colors of the orbs. The warlock has begun a high-level incantation. Beware. The warlock has begun a high-level incantation. Beware. You were successful in slaying one of the Mornion leaders and released the tower from their control. But they are only one part of Mornion's power structure. So long as Mornion exists, evil will be a constant worry. The Lost Woods are so vast and similar looking that you quickly lose track of where you are. It is said that only the hermit who lives here actually knows the way out of this forest.
Outstanding.
Sensing a presence, you turn around. You see a man standing on a rock. The grouchy-looking hermit asks if you are brave.
Two paths leave the forest, he shouts. The path of the coward and the path of glory, which leads to a vicious monster.
Which path will you take? You take a boat across the underground lake, as the hermit advised. This seems like the safest way to leave the lost woods.
Oh, yes. Oh. Filthy Luca. Outstanding. I get it. Simple. Oh, I can do that.
If your boat is caught by a whirlpool, it will be destroyed. Avoid the whirlpools at all costs.
It's my turn. Oh, yeah. Filthy Luca.
かかってきなさい。
It's my turn. Oh, yeah. Outstanding. Oh, my.
A gazer's main eye can nullify your magic effects. Beware. able to defeat the extra-dimensional magical being known as a gazer. You were told that this was a safe route, but it appears that you may have been deceived. The inside of the cave connects to a fissure on the coastline. It seems large enough to contain another ocean. Sailors dread passing through this area. There are myriad tales of ships disappearing here. A beautiful voice in the sea calls out to you. You'd heard of the mermaid's legendary curiosity. Which path will you take? The Kraken lurks in the cave and attacks ships that pass through the area. You throw caution to the wind and fling your party headlong into a confrontation against the Kraken.
It's my turn. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Simple.
The stranded ship starts moving. Something is pulling the ship from beneath the water. The tentacles grasp hold of the mast. If this continues, the ship will capsize. The tentacles grasp hold of the mast. If this continues, the ship will capsize. The tentacles grasp hold of the mast. If this continues, the ship will capsize. The tentacles grasp hold of the mast. If this continues, the ship will capsize. The ship is capsizing. You swim to shallow water and avoid drowning. You saw the Kraken go into this cave. Now it's your turn. Press your advantage.
Oh, I can do that. Get the Luca.
inch closer to the Kraken's lair. The Kraken has wrapped its tentacles around stalactites and is trying to destroy the cave. You strike a death blow to the Kraken that had been terrorizing the sea. Many sailors will certainly raise a toast in your honor once word of your victory gets out. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて おかわり さあどんどん作って 美味しくてたまらないわ まだおかわりある
After your meal, you lay down to rest. The Orc army presently controls Bilberon, the underground fortress built into the canyon. The king's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim the...
来たね
You step into the enemy kitchen. Which path will you... The king's army, in trying to breach the impregnable gargoyle gate, is suffering many casualties. You decide to join in the skirmish and support the king's army's attempt to break through the gate. You step into the bloody chaos, where both armies are exchanging blows and cannon fire. Just beyond here is the notorious Gargoyle Gate. A gate this solid cannot be destroyed without a massive cannon. Use the King's Army's cannon to breach it. They are targeting the cannon. Kill off the enemies before they can destroy it. You see cracks forming in the venerable Gargoyle Gate. The soldiers of the King's Army praise you and your team for conquering an important gate of the underground fortress. The fight will continue until the fortress is regained, but you have assisted as much as you personally can. In the catacombs, stark white bones are strewn about the ground as far as the eye can see. The sheer number of the deceased is the only indication left of this area's former prosperity. A strange knight stumbles out of the night. Which path? When you step onto the walkway, the knight disappears like smoke. The path back is inaccessible. The situation leaves you anxious. You must find an escape route. Wraiths are invincible, and you have no hope of defeating them. To overcome the power of the Death God, you must rely on the goddess to save you. Only the light shone by the angel statue will expose the Wraith's weakness. Divine light shines forth, exposing the Wraith's only weakness, the Dream Heart. Divine light fades, and hopelessness once again darkens your heart. Divine light shines forth, exposing the Wraith's only weakness, the Dream Heart. The divine light fades, and hopelessness once again. Divine light shines forth, exposing the Wraith's only weakness, the Dream Heart. You destroy the Dream Heart and send the Wraith back to the underworld. You cannot destroy death, the opposite of life. You should rejoice in the fact you even still draw breath. Many things lie within the ruins of the old Elysian temple. Some quiescent, some far less so. An ancient dragon, spoken of in myths, is said to have destroyed the Elysian civilization in one night.
かかってきなさい。
It's my turn.
By the time you arrive at the road, which path?
Oh, I can do that.
You must be very wary of Medusa's eyes. Anyone who meets her gaze is turned to stone. To avoid suffering a stony fate, you must not look into her eyes. If you find the going difficult, consider ducking into a building to recuperate. Medusa turns to stone and crumbles into dust. This act of vengeance should assuage some of the anger of those unfortunate souls that she petrified. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて。 さあ、どんどん作って。おかわり。次はどれにしようかしら。お 美味しくてたまらないわ。いける。次はどれにしようかしら。
After your meal, you lay down to rest. This underground labyrinth was created by the magician Wallace in a single night. It is said that fearsome monsters are held captive in the depths of this hazardous, trap-filled maze. Suddenly, a rodent. Which path? You learn that the labyrinth was built to contain the Cyclopes. Pursue the magician with the key.
I got it. Done.
かかってきなさい。
Filthy lucre. Outstanding. Oh my.
You spot the stolen key lying next to the crushed corpse of the magician. It's clear how he met his demise. The door to the prison is wide open. If you shut the door before the other Cyclopes stampede, you may still have a chance to control the situation. Put the key in the keyhole in front of the cell to contain the Cyclopes. The Cyclopes are furiously resisting your attempts to close the door. The Cyclopes are furiously resisting your attempts to close the door. The Cyclopes are furiously resisting your attempts to close the door. Cyclopes are furiously resisting your attempts to close the door. The door has finally been closed, but now you must defeat the Cyclopes that have escaped. You were able to lock and seal the Cyclopes prison once again. Ricky, the magician's apprentice, is elated and gives you a handsome reward. In the age of the gods, mankind built a giant tower in a sacred place in an attempt to reach the world of the gods. That arrogance angered the gods, and it is said that the entire city was leveled.
Yes. Voila!
You meet a female, which path? To prevent the resurrection of the Demon King, you decide to stop the threat at the source by crushing the ritual. The demon realm's breaching of the human realm is causing an earthquake, and the ruins are crumbling. The magic circle you discovered is most likely being used as part of the ritual. You feel air moving behind the statue of the false god. There seems to be a hidden room
My
there.
turn. Done. Outstanding. Yes. Simple. I got it. Oh yeah.
You accidentally touched the magic circle and have been transported to the demon realm. The Demon King is still struggling to break free from his bindings. With his power sealed, you may still be able to banish the Demon King. Shouts stares at you until judgment has been rendered upon it once again. Unfortunately, the next highest ranking demon then appeared, hot on your heels. One day, you have prevented the Demon King's resurrection and assisted in defeating his top demon, the Archdemon. The town temple will certainly inscribe your name as a savior, to be remembered throughout the ages. These are the ruins of the ancient capital city. It was destroyed following an invasion from the Northern Empire. Now it is a dangerous place, full of dragons and wyverns.
Filthy Luca! Oh my!
Tomit is surprised. Which path? The area reeks of sulfur, and earth-shaking snoring reverberates throughout. When you're ready, move forth. The red dragon is nigh.
My turn. Simple.
The red dragon has awoken from its slumber. The room is small, and fighting here puts you at a disadvantage. You can escape via the door on the right. The dragon is waiting to unleash its fiery breath. Ready your shields! You have defeated the Red Dragon, said to be the strongest creature known to man. Your name will command respect for all time. Bear your new title proudly, Dragon Slayer. At sundown, you and your party gather around the campfire. Eat well, for you will need to be prepared for the day ahead.
さて、いける。まだおかわりある？いける。 まだまだ。
After your meal, you lay down to rest. The Mage's Tower, once greatly admired by magicians as a bastion of wisdom. It now embodies all the fears Highland has of being conquered by the rebel forces which conspire against it. The followers of Mornion, which path will you... You can access the laboratory in the upper levels of the tower by using the hidden elevator. It's a dead end. There don't seem to be any stairs or pathways. The frantic researcher seems to have abandoned his experimentation and run off. The contents of the beaker are shaking uncontrollably. Floorboards are creaking loudly. They feel as if you could put a hole through them at any moment. chimera, unable to move around in such a confined space, died, curled up on itself. The continued production of these monsters will only cause great harm to the kingdom. The Lost Woods are so vast and similar looking that you quickly lose track of where you are. It is said that only the hermit who lives here actually knows the way out of this forest. Sensing a presence, which path will you... You have heard rumors of the violent monster before. Many northern knights lost their lives challenging this beast.
Outstanding. It's my turn. Simple. I got it. Voila!
何
Many voices echo throughout the cave. The terrifying killer rabbit has breathed its last, thanks to your efforts. A familiar voice congratulates you, saying, "Now glory is yours." You obtained the red talisman. You obtained the orange talisman. You obtained the yellow talisman. You obtained the green talisman. You obtained the aqua talisman. You obtained the blue talisman. You obtained the purple talisman. You obtained the white talisman. You obtained the black talisman. It's the rune you need. You step forth into the illusionary lands. The goddess's powers of resurrection cannot reach you here. The talismans are resonating in your palm. The fate of the world is literally in your hands. Go! Seize the day! The dragon's breath immolates everything. Take cover!